Hey everybody, it's Qqcknd and welcome back to Tattoo Talk Tuesday. Tattoo Talk Tuesday is our weekly interactive Q&A where I get user submitted questions from you, and as an avid tattoo collector, I try to lend my experiences to you guys in this show. So, I got a ton of questions this week all about tattoo conventions, and because I'm going to the Philadelphia Tattoo Convention this weekend, everybody can look forward to a big, nice tattoo convention episode next week. I figured I had the chance to do it before I go to the convention or after, and I thought at least after, then I can do some clips while I'm there, do some vlogging, and then I can show you guys all of my footage, experience. I'm going to see Derek Hooper for sure, and I'm really hoping to see Ashley Love and my friends at Go Tattoo Removal, so I think it's going to be super fun, and I'd love to wait until next week to talk about it. So today we are doing this, and this is from a Kinbrelli, and this is, what do you think of white ink tattoos? And I would love to talk about this because I do have feelings about white ink tattoos, as I do have a tattoo that has a lot of white ink in it, and I have feelings about it. So white tattoo ink, for a while this used to be a super popular trend. I don't know if it's still on trend anymore, so if you're kind of just like, what is this? A lot of people used to get white tattoo text, because white tattoo ink seemed really subtle in the skin. It was really trendy for a while. I don't know, Pinterest? Something like that, where it was kind of just like my favorite, like, non-committal tattoo kind of trend. I feel like after that, the trend kind of turned into, like, really dainty, like, wrist tattoos and behind the ear tattoos, but I remember for a while the trend was these white ink tattoos. And what I kind of thought was cool about white ink tattoos is they were perfect for the person who really didn't want to commit to a tattoo, but maybe wanted to feel it out, see what it felt like, have one. But I remember talking to my tattoo artist at the time when they were out, and he said there's no guarantee in a white ink tattoo because everybody heals white ink differently. And my tattoo artist told me a story about how he tattooed two sisters, and he gave them matching tattoos with the white ink. And the one sister's tattoo came out beautifully, came out just as expected. And then the other sister, I guess as she was being tattooed, I don't know if like blood or something was irritated, but her tattoo came out like an orange pink when it healed. And because the sisters thought that they were getting matching tattoos, they were pretty angry. They actually called my tattoo artist and he said, hey, like, there's no guarantee in a white ink tattoo, and I never would have known that it would have healed orange. In my mind, it kind of like is brown, kind of like old blood. So, you know, if you're expecting this really delicate white tattoo of like a dove and it turns into a pigeon, I can understand being upset. But again, there's no guarantee in this white ink. So, here's my experience with white ink and why I feel a type of way about it. My white ink tattoos healed white, but the thing about them is, the tattoo artist giving me the white tattoo went out of the lines. And I think that if you're a tattoo artist and you're used to doing color and things like that, I don't really know if there's quite an excuse for going out of the lines, and sometimes I tell myself, like, at least it's white, like, what if it was blue out of the lines? Then you would feel a real type of way about it. So I'll show you what I'm talking about, and we can kind of decide who's at fault here. Here we go. My favorite tattoo, LOL. So you can kind of see here on this tattoo, right around here is where the artist went out of the line. So if this is the definitive line right here, if you kind of pull back the skin here, you can see where they went out of the line. And you can kind of see that even though these are white, I don't know if the camera is picking it up, but they do look kind of yellow, especially this one at the top. This petal, I wouldn't say this is comparable to a sheet of paper, Like, if this pillow is white, it's more like, I'm not gonna say beige, but this one especially, I feel like isn't very white. And this is the only white in the tattoo, and I'm not saying that this is a blockbuster tattoo or anything, but if these were bold, if these were, you know, red or the same color as the eye, I think they would really pop out. But you can kind of see as I pivot here, they're almost invisible. I don't think they healed really well at all. And of course, like, her going out of the line really bums me out. But at the same time, I think that these three are not true to color, and they look pretty blah. To me, they kind of remind me of when you get a white t-shirt, and at first you're really eager about the white t-shirt, and then after a while you get lazy and you start washing it with your color shirts, and then you have this nasty shirt on your hands. That's kind of how I feel about my white tattoo. I feel like it is really washed out. It is not beautiful. It's not crisp anymore. So, ideally, my favorite way for tattoo artists to use white ink is to mix it with other colors in order to create like a more diverse palette. I have tattoos on me even now that definitely have white ink within them, but more mixed. Because tattoo artists can mix ink just like you would if you were painting, and I think that that's really cool that they can do stuff like that, and I encourage that. Like, who wouldn't want white when they were painting something? It makes your colors more diverse. And, you know, if your artist is traveling, if they bring a thing of white, then they can eliminate needing to pack so many other things, and I feel like it also adds like a custom element to your colors. So that's my experience with white ink tattoos. The white ink on my own body I think is nasty and poo-poo, and I think that although it is a tattoo of a dandelion, which is supposed to be white, I think just from the beginning it never really healed well. It's out of the lines, which I think, again, could have been... Hey, John.
Hey, what's up?
How do you feel about white ink tattoos?
The one you just showed me on you was the first I've ever heard of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do you know anyone who has a white tattoo?
No.
So, the answer is no. But, yeah, even the skull isn't white. It's just like a little bit of gray wash to create shadow that kind of shows where white would be, which I think is always a better option than white ink. Although, I'm really excited to see it done well, so let me know if you have a white ink tattoo that you love, or maybe you hate, and maybe you have a similar experience where your white tattoo kind of turned yellow. And yeah, thanks for all your submissions, and stay tuned for next week when we talk about conventions. I love you guys so much, and if you see me at the Philadelphia Tattoo Convention, feel free to say hi. I'll be with John! Are you so excited for your first tattoo convention?
Yeah. I don't know what to expect at all.
Expect a lot of
Freaks?
nudity. Not freaks. Oh, it's snowing.
Not hard.
Bye. Hey everybody, and welcome back to Tattoo Talk Tuesday. Tattoo Talk Tuesday is our weekly Q&A where I take user submitted questions and situations and kind of explore them in this series for everybody. As an avid tattoo collector, I like